Hey everyone, welcome to Star Wars Conversations, a show where two scruffy-looking nerf herders like to get together and talk about Star Wars. My name's Jay.
And I'm Colin.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome, everyone.
So Colin, my young Jedi apprentice.
Yes? What do you want?
How's it been going?
Very good. I went to Leeds yesterday
for
European Strongest Man. That was cool.
Yeah. I saw you had some photos of that. How was that then?
That was wicked.
Did you win?
I decided not to compete because I'm waiting for Universe's Stronger Man.
Right, yeah. You didn't want to show them up as well, right?
No, exactly, yeah. So that was good fun. Been to Cardiff this week.
Oh, yeah? Did you win any competitions there?
No. Just a little visit. Been to London a few times. Yeah, it's been a lovely
You're all
week.
over the place, aren't you?
I am. I'm a UK travelling man.
You really are. The travelling man.
If you're in the UK, you never know where you might find me.
Yeah, the Colin Road show is going all over the country, so if you see him, wave as he's going past.
Exactly, yeah. I might get like a tour bus or something.
You should.
Cool. With my big face on it.
You should have one of those cannons that fires T-shirts, and you can fire out Star Wars Conversation T-shirts at people.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool.
That'll keep them away.
Or Star Wars Conversations pants.
Oh, who wouldn't want those?
And I'll wear them for you first as well if you want, listen.
Or like your sparkly blue ones.
Yeah, so that's my week. How's your week been?
Oh, mine was wonderful. I was sick, and that's why we're late this week.
Oh, lovely. But you're feeling better now.
And I'm ready to talk about some exciting Star Warsness.
Oh. Well, that is a turn up for the books, Jay.
Isn't it just?
It is. So do you want to talk about some news?
I do. That's a very short news bit. I'm going to have to shorten the news right.
Oh, I can do it bigger.
How would that
a big
go?
one?
Go on then.
There you go. How's that one?
That's probably a bit better.
Okay. All right. Good stuff, man.
Awesome.
So, first bit of news, my old chum.
Mm-hmm.
3 classic planets are returning to a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm gonna talk about this in a slightly different way. So, there's some news on StarWarsNewsNet.com, and they got a bit of an exclusive scoop. And there's actually 2 articles which are both our news stories today, and they kind of go hand in hand. And so they've covered this little bit about a few planets that are going to be returning to the current sequel trilogy. And they put some highlights in this article, which are things that they were told for certain. These things are definitely, they've been told this for sure, right?
Right.
And then the other things kind of go in a little bit about what they think about it. So I'm just going to first mention the planets that are going to be returning, and then just say this is the definite stuff that they've heard.
Right.
So the 3 planets returning are Tatooine, which is not a huge surprise to me.
We've got to have a sandy planet in the film.
Exactly, right? The second one is Endor.
Ooh.
The forest moon of.
And are we going to see cannibal Ewoks?
It doesn't say, but it's possible we might. And the third one is Mustafar, which I think we kind of gathered that we would, because there's been earlier reports that have mentioned that. Anyway.
Everyone wants Mustafar. Everyone wants it.
Yeah.
Because that means...
It means...
Vader's castle.
Yeah, exactly.
And we all love that.
Exactly. And that's why I sort of said that we kind of had an idea of that, because they did mention in previous article, I think it was Doug Chang said when they were designing Vader's castle, that him and Gareth Edwards had talked about it, and that it was going to appear in further movies down the line. This is going back a few weeks, but I seem to remember there's a little thing about that. Anyway,
do you want a quick fist of theory?
Well, we can have some fist theory.
This is a quick Fist of Fury for you.
Oh, yeah, you got to say it properly.
Fist of Fury! Tatooine means Boba Fett.
You think?
That's what it means.
You think that's what it means?
100% means. That's what it means.
100%. So it's not
100%.
a theory anymore, it's 100%.
100% super
happened.
strong theory. No, 100% my theory.
Oh, okay.
But 100% as in I'm never wrong anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Because all the things that I've said so far are going to happen.
They're totally going to happen, yeah.
They are totally going to happen.
I believe.
Anyway, that was a mini Fist of Fury for you.
So the thing that they were told, the Tatooine one's very short. They were just told that Tatooine will be in at least one of the next 2 movies.
Oh, and the Obi-Wan then.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about him.
So let's just go into their little bit about Tatooine then, and of course all these things that we're talking about here are spoilers. I'll put that up before we start talking anyway.
And theories.
And theories. So so they're going to be heading back to Tatooine at some point in the sequel trilogy, and it's probably going to be something to do with. They think it's to do with the Jedi Temple that we saw in the flashback, Luke's one that was burning and everything. They seem to think it could be to do with that temple was on Tatooine.
Right.
But also, it makes sense that Luke would return there to train a new generation because crime took a nosedive after Jabba's death. He already lived on that planet for a lot of his life.
Dude, you're crunching, man.
It's cracked, right? You can hear it, yeah. Is it me or is it you?
I think it's you.
Oh,
I think it's you.
Why. I don't know why.
I think it's the way you've got your cable around the back of your head.
Well, you think my head makes it crack?
Yeah.
Oh. No, you know what it is? It's the connector. I can hear it if I move it around. Am I
Don't move it around. Stop moving it, dude.
Am I right now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. So Luke lived there for most of his life. Obi-Wan possibly left a few things of note behind, his home and everything for him.
But in the canon comics, Luke has already been to Obi-Wan's homestead and got all the stuff out of it.
So, but he could have worked on a temple there. He could have set up a Jedi temple there. This is just
in Tatooine.
This is the speculation. I'm reading it right now.
No temple on Tatooine, pal.
Obi-Wan, what was it saying? Blah blah blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
blah.
So it says, it would have been a perfect place to build a small Jedi temple for the Jedi to rebuild themselves. Yeah, and also it would have sentimental importance to Ben Solo, since not only did his uncle and namesake live on the planet, but so did his grandfather.
Right.
So that's the only bits they go into on Tatooine, really. Then they say Endor is the second of our 3 stops, so that's definitely been said. That the 2 planets, so this meaning Endor and Mustafar, are both tied to Kylo Ren's personal journey revolving around Darth Vader.
Well, I'm going to say we know why he's gone to Endor.
Well, do we?
Yes, because no, we don't know, but I'm saying we know because we're saying
we know been there in the past. Well, he hadn't actually been
to
there.
get Vader's helmet
but
out.
He didn't get it, did he? It was
who did?
I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but the girl that in Maz Kanata's castle that says the toys here. She got it.
How do we know that?
Because there's a book.
Oh, what book? In which book?
She has her own book. I don't have it on my phone.
I haven't read that book. Have I read that book?
I'll send the name over to you later on. It's a digital only one.
Well, I haven't read it.
I'll send you the name to it. So, and that talks about that. Sorry, it was cat hair.
I thought you were going to sing a song to me.
I'll have to just pause it and put some singing in there.
Montage of airgrams.
So it says to do with Endor. Kylo's seeking kinship with the role model he's trying to emulate, and as such, he's looking for
But
artifacts
he could still go to
related
visit where Vader was
Yeah,
burned
well, it
and his
says that
pyre.
he's looking for artifacts related to his grandfather and the Sith in general. So yeah, and also don't forget there's a rumor about Kylo Ren's costume in Episode 8, and that he's going to be wearing a cape very similar to Darth Vader's one.
Oh.
So this could tie into that.
But
this
that
could
definitely
also
would have
be
burned,
flashback
wouldn't it?
related.
Huh?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it could be the chain that came off it. These could be flashback related. We don't know if he's going to have any bits of his armor or anything. Like we don't know yet. And of course
He might have his codpiece.
He might have his codpiece, which is that's probably the bit he should have.
That's the bit I would have. I'd make my helmet into that bit. I mean, wear it on my face, like Bane.
Yeah, his little codpiece. So then they sort of speculate this most likely explains why Kylo Ren is incompletely trained in spite of having served Snoke for at least half a decade or so. Due to his power, he felt as though pursuing his own quest in his spare time was more important than reaching his full potential as a Force user. And then they said when they heard about going back to Endor, they speculated about the helmet, but then they realised that in the books that had already been covered, and then they went into the bit about the acolytes as well.
Maybe they shouldn't put everything as canon then.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, when you put all these things in books and stuff, and everything's canon, you really do limit yourself to what you can do. It's like, I mean, I suppose the story groups have been working on this for a long time. They have a greater plan. They're not winging it each time, but you are kind of like narrowing down what you can show in the movie. And yeah, so then they just say that whatever it is that Kylo's doing there this is in yellow, so this is definitely told this is going to involve Kylo Ren and Darth Vader. And then, speaking of Darth Vader, Mustafar is the last planet on the list that we will see somewhere in the sequel trilogy. Darth Vader's castle, introduced in Rogue One, will be revisited years after the death of the man who had it built.
Will it be full of cobwebs?
It'd be like made by lava spiders.
Like in Lord of the Rings, when they go to the dwarf's place and it's all like run down.
Yeah,
and then obviously the opposite in The Hobbit, when it's all nice and sparkly.
It might be. If there was like lava spiders there that put them there, or maybe
or dragon.
Or a dragon.
Voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah. I mean, like after Vader went, right, those Emperor's Royal Guards that were there, like, did they know that he was dead? Like, were they just like hanging out in?
Yeah.
Where's Vader?
Oh, useless. Like, they blew up though, probably.
Why would they blow up?
In the Death Star.
The ones that were in his castle.
Yeah.
They're like hanging out there, with the old dude, who might be dead. But if the Royal Guards are males and females, they might be like, God, time's getting on. We need to keep the Royal Guards going. So
I reckon, whenever time Vader went out, they all hopped in his little Bacta thing.
I had a little bath.
Like a little hot tub. Whee!
Well, especially if he'd been gone for a while, they'd be like, I don't think he's coming back. I'm starting to smell a bit.
Well, he smells like feet, doesn't he? Burnt feet.
Yeah. So what else did they say about Mustafar? The time will be spent Mustafar will have a lot to do with Kylo Ren. And the
Knights of Ren? That's where they were hanging out, isn't it?
Then it says...
In it. That's where they're hanging out.
It says, why are we going to see these 3 planets instead of several others like Jakku and Coruscant? And then the official thing was, well, I can't tell you that those planets won't reappear in the movies. Tatooine, Endor, and Mustafar are just the only 3 returning worlds that I know about. This was the person that's told me.
Yeah, this is the thing, because they can't, you know what I mean? Surely other worlds will appear. I mean, this isn't the only 3.
Well, yeah. No, but it just says these are the only 3 returning ones that, and I think what it means are...
Well, Coruscant's never been in the film.
It says classic planets.
Oh, right.
Yeah, well, Coruscant's in the prequels, so
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rogue One.
Oh, I'm
Yeah?
getting confused.
So Coruscant could appear. I mean, I wonder if Coruscant would need to appear. Has it been mentioned in the books? Like, have the First Order got
I don't
anything
think
going
so.
on there? You know, so I don't
Yeah, I
know
wonder
if
what's
it
happened
needs
to it, because that's not even, it wasn't even the home world of the New Republic, was it? By the time The Force Awakens.
Yeah. And
Wonder what's
then
going to
the
happen
last
then.
thing that they say is that there's something else that the three worlds, or at least the first two, have in common, which we've already covered, and they just say Luke Skywalker. So obviously Tatooine and Endor, Luke Skywalker's involved in those. Then it goes on.
Well, you could say all of them were. I think that's a bit tenuous. Because everyone was on Tatooine and everyone's been to Endor.
Yeah. So I mean, look, it's quite a long article,
Apart
and
from
it does go into a lot more. I mean, it goes on, and so does the next one. But these,
well, let's
I'll
not
put
go
both
on
of
and
these
on.
links in, and they're on StarWarsNewsNet.com. They're really worth having a read. Like, I mean, I'm just skimming through them, but you could sit and read them for ages, and it's got a lot more details. It kind of goes into a bit of speculation. It goes into what was officially said and all that kind of stuff. So, well worth anyone that checks the podcast out to go and have a look.
Just listen to us to give you the cliff notes.
Yeah, cliff notes, exactly, right.
Goldberg.
Yeah, Goldfarb. We're not going to do the same usual
we ain't doing that no more.
Draw that we do at the end because we can't be bothered. So
and you don't listen to it anyway.
Exactly.
We know you fast forward it or just turn it off. That's what I do.
So basically, look, you can find us on most social media places.
You find
searching
us
for Star Wars Convo or Star Wars Conversations, on Twitter at Star Wars Convo using hashtag Conversations, and you can find us on the Taylor Network of podcasts where they have a whole bunch of other good podcasts as well. You can find Colin on Twitter at
Captain Colin,
and you can find me on Twitter at EagleEye1933. And that's it for this week, and we will see you at some point next week. So until then,
just send us a tweet or something if you want to talk to us.
Yep, send us a tweet.
Send us a tweet. That's the easiest way.
We'll have a look. You know,
we'll have a look. And if you want to say something a bit longer, send us a tweet. We'll send you our email address or something. You know.
Yeah, or you can do one of those personal messages on Twitter, and you can write a long message in there.
Or you can just join the Facebook group.
Yeah.
But that would be too easy.
Way too easy.
Because everyone's on Facebook.
So anyway, until next week, may the Force be with you.
Punch the Chewie!